Heck yeah, finally back to the house. Can't wait to try out my new instruments here. It's off a pretty day out here. We might actually go ahead and try them outside here. Oh, come on now, you mowing the grass right now. Guess we'll have to find a quieter spot for this. I believe this will do. Okay, finally, let's try these bad boys out here. May as well. And that right there was the music of my people. Let's go ahead and head inside here and we'll show you a little bit more about this case. Okay, back in here at the table now. Hope you enjoyed me goofing around with this a little bit in the intro there. I figured this was a cool enough project. It deserved a fun intro, so went ahead and threw one together there. Let's go ahead and get into this and show you a little bit more how it works here. As you'll see here, this particular piece of foam you didn't see in the intro there when I opened the case. I went ahead and took it out to keep from blowing around or blowing away when I was messing with it outside. But we'll go ahead and start by saying everything I'm talking about here, I'll go ahead and insert pictures as we go here so you can see how it works. So this particular piece of foam, what I did here is I laid a piece of paper on top of the rim right here and skimmed across it with a pencil to get the outline, and then I kind of just cut on the inside of the outline. That way this would fit down in there. And what this is actually here for is to keep these two particular guns from being able to bang into each other, don't matter what you do, which is pretty hard for them to do, as you'll see the way they're actually mounted into this case in a second. But I figured better safe than sorry. So let's go ahead and set that to the side. Pull out our Glock here, the 17 here, and show you that this particular gun is unloaded. We'll go ahead and get our 40 10mm here and show you that that gun is also unloaded. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know everything about these guns. They're not actually mine. My buddy that wanted me to set the case up for me let me bring them to my house here so I could make the stencils of them so everything would fit properly. But I'll tell you what I do know. I also mounted the 508 Holosun here to the 10mm for him and sighted in. That's why you didn't see me shoot this a whole lot in the intro there. I only had about 5 or 6 rounds left after sighting it in. So it's got the Holosun on there. It's got a few Glock store blue parts in it. That's really about all that I know is done to the 10mm. Now as for the 17's got pretty much everything done to it, as you can see here. Got a TLR1 on it, got a Trijicon on it, got suppressed high sights, extended controls, aftermarket trigger, mag well, really nice stipple job, double undercut. Just pretty much anything you could do to a 17 has got done to it. Really nice milling work on the slide. Now, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about it other than that. I know it's got, right there's your logo for the company that actually did this work, and I will say it's one of the nicer Glocks I've seen. That company right there does some really good work. So let's go ahead and get into the case here. Now, I will say I used CAD to get this all set up. That's right, cardboard aided design. That's the redneck version of CAD. And I'll go ahead and insert some pictures of me making the stencils and everything for all this. And I use them stencils to go ahead and lay it onto the block of foam to cut out the shape to get it to fit into here. And kind of did some fine tuning after I got it cut out. And all these blocks of foam, except for this one's actually just friction fit in there. It fits so tight I didn't even bother. But everything else here, as you'll see, I actually laid in there, traced it out, and cut the carpet underneath them out so they had something good to go ahead and glue down to. I glued them straight to the plastic of the case using hot glue, and they're in there. They ain't going nowhere, and that's on all of them except for, like I said, this one. And like I was talking about in the beginning of the video when I was saying these guns, they're highly unlikely to hit each other in the case because the way they're actually held into the case, there's actually two magnets epoxied straight to the actual plastic of the case itself, and then I went ahead and hot glued the carpet back to the top of them to go ahead and give it a little bit of cushion and kind of just hide the magnet a little bit. But that's actually what holds the guns into the case. The foam's kind of there is more for looks and to give you a place to hold your magazines in, and just all around looks a little bit cleaner and it keeps the guns from jiggling around. But yeah, like I said, I'll insert some pictures on how all this is done. We'll go ahead and put them back in the case here. As you can see in here, they pretty well just kind of click down in there. I'll put a block of foam back in here. I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side here. I'm gonna bring something else into the shot here. Now this is something here else that'll be coming up on the channel here, and well, if you want to know what's in the box here, you'll have to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to go ahead and make a second part of the Hidden in Plain Sight series here. This is this particular gun I've had for a while, and I'll go ahead and say this is a pull stick case. I call this the pull stick gun, and you'll have to go ahead and, like I said, hit that subscribe button to see what this is later on. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching.